Hi everybody, it's Amalia and I'm here today with the two paper pads from Not Too Shabby. I love these paper pads. These are the two paper pads for March. They're called Spring Tulips and Spring Gingham. I've been looking for a gingham paper pad for quite a while now, and this is perfect timing for this gingham paper pad from Not Too Shabby. It's a 6x6 paper pad, 24 double-sided designs, 4 of each design. And one side is more of a muted tone and one is more of an intense tone of various colors. So here, for example, you have a nice tan tone, and on the opposite side, it's a little bit browner. Here you have a nice light peach. On the other side, it's a little bit more of a deeper orange color, and etc. through all of the colors. And it's really versatile, and I just love it. I love gingham. And then the Spring Tulip set is also 24 double-sided designs, 4 of each design. And it goes perfectly with this gingham color. It even has some solid sheets on it, but it's mostly tulips. It's pink and yellow and peach colors. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Wow, an entire page of tulips. Here's more of a few tulips together. Love this dotted background here. These are closed tulips, as you can see. There's a lovely polka dot, gray polka dot to go really well. Those muted gray tones go really well. And my favorite part of this paper pad is that it has 4 sheets, right? 4 of each design. It has 4 sheets of these cut aparts. And I cut apart 3 of the sheets so far, and all of I have left is this, and that's how I made my cards. And I'm going to show you my cards in a second. But this has been, I mean, look, I have a ton of this paper pad still left over to work with, but using maps, I made 15 cards. So let me show you the 15 cards. First of all, for the card maps, I'm using Kendra's Card Challenge number 9. So I took 6 sheets of paper, plus the cutout sheets, plus 3 cutout sheets, right? And you take 6 sheets of paper and you cut it according to the pattern, and then she gives you the maps for each one of the cards and guides you along how to make each of the cards. And it's been great. So far I've made 15 cards, and I still have basically two full paper pads left. This is a little post-it note. When I get started to work on a project, I write down notes. So I have a tulip stamp in my stash. This is it right here. This is from Heartfelt Creations. And I use that on some of my projects. So I made a note. I have a pot stamp somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I have other stamps that I could have used, but I didn't end up pulling it out because I used mostly the ephemera that I cut out from those cutout pages. And I take notes about the colors that I'm going to be using. So there was gray and pink and light green and peach and golden yellow, fuchsia. And so, you know, I write down these colors to see what I have in my stock. So for fuchsia, I have something called Melon Mambo. For golden yellow, I have So Saffron. I think that's what it's called. But I just, for light green, I have Lucky Limeade, or maybe it's called Key Lime. I don't know, but I look through my stash based on the colors for this paper pad, and I use what I have in my stash. So that's what I do whenever I start a project. I map out colors, I map out themes, see what I might have in my stash to use, and I pull it all out and I use it. I'm going to start with the last 15. I'm going to go backwards from the last one to the first one. So yes. Here's 14 and 15 because they're basically the same card, just cut on a diagonal. And what I did here was I used one of the cutouts, which is one of these baskets. And I used my Heartfelt Creations stamp with a tulip on it and some embossing ink. I don't know if you can see it. I can't tell if you can see it. Put your glasses on, Amalia. Yes, I think you can see it. So I just did a tone-on-tone stamping here to keep it really simple. I put, this is a Melon Mambo ribbon from Stampin' Up, and I used some gold glitter enamel dots just to go with the thanks for your support gold embossing there. And I did layers of color that went along with that, with the designer cardstock. And so that's my card number 15. Here's number 14. I did the same thing. I did tone-on-tone embossing. It's a very faint look, but it's still there. And then I used 3 of the stems. One I put flat, and then 2 I put up on foam dots, again with the ribbon. And so, you know, it's a really great technique for cutting the paper, the design paper, so you can make multiple types of cards. And for this one, I used gray paper for the liner so that you can see the difference there. Let's keep moving. Card number 13. Maybe that's not card number 13. That's not card number 13. Where's card number 13? Oh, here's card number 13. Sorry about that, folks. Card number 13 is right here. It uses 2 pieces of design paper. So you cut those 6 pieces of 6x6 paper into certain papers, and you have to do a little bit of you know, layering to really get a good look, right? So I just used my colored papers and some of my glitter gold there. With this one, I used my stamp from Heartfelt Creations and just did gold embossing. I kept it simple. I didn't do any coloring. And there's my card number 14. Okay. And then let's see for card number 12. Here we go, card number 12. For card number 12, I kept it pretty much to the same idea right there. I used a gold glitter paper that I had and a Stampin' Up! Punch to just punch out a heart. And that's it. I have a lot of texture paper, so I used my texture paper not only in my background, but also in my matting in gray. And I thought the gray works well with this background. Gray is one of the colors in the cardstock. Now let's go on to, what is that? That was 12. This is number 11. Here's number 11. Because of the way the cardstock, she gives you directional lines on how to cut the cardstock so it comes out the correct way. But it didn't for me for this one, which is fine, because instead of having the card in this direction, it just turned it this way. And I made a different choice in terms of not using a circle. I grabbed a square, and I grabbed some more glitter paper that I had in a lighter tone to go a little bit more with these lighter tones versus the darker tone here that goes more with the darker tones in the tulip. Used some white enamel dots just for a little bit of accent, and cut out a little glitter butterfly to make to enhance my design. Here's card number 10, and for card number 10, instead of using the heart like they did here, I just went with using the ephemera from the cutouts, and I cut out an oval in some white textured paper and put the cutout ephemera there. I cut out some silver butterflies and matted the sentiment in silver as well. You really can't go wrong with this paper. The colors are beautiful. They're pink, they're bright, they're perfect for spring. I think this is definitely a set of paper that if if you like florals, you definitely want something like this in your stash. Here's card number 9. And for this one, what I chose to do was I wanted to emboss the paper because a lot of it was being seen. So I wanted it to be textured, and that paper wasn't textured like this green paper is textured. So I just grabbed my Swiss Dots embossing folder and embossed the pink in the background. And you know, the square is supposed to be offset from here, but I just put it in the center and made it mine. I used my gingham cardstock and the design paper, and of course a cutout. So I pretty much did this all with the cutouts. I didn't use this particular stamp a lot. I think I used it on maybe 2 cards at the most. And let's see, I'm going to go for card number 8. Okay, this is card number 8. And just like these other cards, this particular one, you know, it doesn't go in this direction, so I turned it this way. I used some dies that I had in my set just to create the center panel. I don't have this particular shape in my set, so I used the shape that I had. I used one of the cutouts and then 2 more of the single tulip cutouts put right on top of each other, and some white enamel dots. This doesn't have a sentiment, but not every card needs to have a sentiment, so that's that one. And now to card number 7. Here we go. Look how pretty this is. I had this sentiment in my stash, so I decided to go ahead and use it, and I put it on some pink pink glitter paper that I had, which I just love. I had this gingham ribbon, which I'm surprised I didn't use more of on more of the cards, but I did it, and it looks perfect on this particular card with polka dots and all the florals in my white enamel dots. Let's see, our next set of cards. Here's number 6, sorry. And here's the second card that I used with this stamp set. So I Copic colored it, but yeah, I didn't go crazy Copic coloring it. And I used a gold embossed sentiment here. I pretty much followed the entire map, the way it was cut and designed, and I think it came out great. Here we go for card number 5. And that's the design there that I created. Some simple gingham paper, which I adore. I'm crazy about this gingham and this tulip paper. And I had some silver glitter, so I used that on the sides, but I also had some green glitter butterflies. I decided I wanted to use those. I had some other stamps in my stash that I just stamped out a little bee and a little butterfly and some of those zigzaggy lines, and another one of the ephemera packs. That's that card. And card number 4 is this one, Sending You Gratitude. And I had this blue glitter circle in my stash, and I just wanted to use it. It's not a color that's within the palette of the paper pad, right? There's no blues in this paper pad. In fact, there's no blues in this gingham pad either. But I really wanted to use this, so I did. And I think it's a great accent. There's all neutrals on here except for the yellow. Yellow and blue make a great combination. Yellow and blue make green. So it kind of works together. I mean, it doesn't not work. I think it makes a nice highlight for the tulip right here. And of course I used some more of this awesome silver glitter paper on the card. Okie dokie. Next one is number 3, and here is my number 3. A little bit of the gingham right here. I have some pearls here that I added for a little bit of, just to do the same thing that was done here. I didn't use the flag that was here, but I did stamp a butterfly and some, I don't know, little dots right there. I think it makes a lovely card with a simple sentiment. Here's card number 2. I kept this really simple. I used just basically the pink glitter and the green glitter and that fabulous gingham. The colors, I think, work really well together. And here's card number 1. And this is the first card where I used the ephemera on, and I think it works very well. And again, this is the Not Too Shabby Spring Tulips and a Spring Gingham. I'm going to leave a link for you to below. That's an affiliate link. If you're interested in purchasing these paper pads, go ahead and click on the link. There'll also be a 10% off code next to the link for you to use. And I hope you enjoyed seeing all my cards from the Spring Gingham and the Spring Tulips collection. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate you. Bye!